Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you to this body for allowing us to take a time, this moment, before we get to major pieces of legislation, to honor both Dolores Huerta Day, but also to share her day with another prominent civil rights and labor leader, Larry Itliong. He was a true hero of the workers' rights movement. As it was stated in the resolution, he immigrated from the Philippines to the U.S., but it's important to note that during that time it was still considered part of the U.S., and he was 15 at the time. And despite only receiving a formal education at the 6th grade level, he taught himself about the laws and dedicated his life to fighting for the rights of workers in the United States. He worked both in the canneries of Alaska and also in Central California. And it is an honor to have with us today members of our own labor community and Filipino community from both the Yakima Valley and Seattle area that have continued to lift up his legacy of making sure that we find strength in our heritage and our diversity, and find that the real action is through collective action when we come together as people to stand up for human rights and for dignity in the workplace and in our communities. So I urge all of our colleagues here today in this chamber on Dolores Huerta Day to honor Larry Itliong and Dolores Huerta by continuing to stand in solidarity with workers everywhere. Let us continue to consider how we can promote fair wages, safe working conditions, and the right to collectively organize in their workplaces. Let us continue to build bridges across our different communities and to unite in the struggle for a better world. The strength and courage did not come from any special power or privilege that Dolores or Larry had, but it came from their deep belief in the power of ordinary people to make extraordinary change. It came from their unwavering commitment to justice and to their willingness to stand up for what is right, no matter the cost, no matter the circumstance. And because of their leadership, we are stronger as a nation and as a country. Larry knew this, and Dolores knew this. Philip Vera Cruz knew this, and Cesar Chavez knew this. And they dedicated their life to this belief that we are stronger together. Let us follow their example and continue their work today. Let us stand up for justice and equality in our own lives, in our communities, and to work to create a world where every person is valued and respected. Thank you so much for joining me in honoring Larry Itliong, Dolores Huerta, Philip Vera Cruz, and so many other ordinary people that through their passion and their love for their communities, they were able to achieve so much and inspire us to do more ourselves.
Further remarks? There are no further remarks. The question before the Senate is adoption of Senate Resolution 8641. As many are in favor, will signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. And it is now the President's distinct honor and privilege and pleasure to recognize guests here seated in the South Gallery, beginning with Burien Mayor Sofia Aragon and members of the Filipina, Latina, labor, and farm worker communities. Would they please stand and be recognized by the members of the Senate?